Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hello students. Children, in our last class, we discussed about our beautiful environment and what kind of environment we need, how different birds and different animal species. See here children, our beautiful environment depends on trees. Our life is our tree. If we protect our trees protect us. As you know that Vriksho Rakshiti Rakshitaha means entire environment, our human life, human health mainly depends on our environment. Our environment ecologically balanced only because of the trees. So this picture here emphasizes that importance of the environment, nothing but our plantation. So if we plant more trees, our plants protect us and gives us a healthy life. So you observe here very clearly children. See here our beautiful environment children. How beautiful our environment. This is natural environment. So that our environment is our life. Due to the human activities, to let our life very flexibly, day to day, I'm going to destroy our natural environment. Instead of that, we are creating pollution. If our environment is ecologically balanced, then our life also balanced. But we are the humans totally destroyed our environment, and whatever the pollution technology created by us, it is very great threat to the environment. What is an ecosystem? Look here, this picture children. This is our ecosystem, a pond ecosystem here. You see this pond filled with water and beautiful flowers and some birds and different animals gathered here for grazing and beautiful birds here. So this is natural environment. This environment what we call as ecological balanced environment because it looks very beautiful with natural environment. Based on your textbook, once look at the textbook children. At an NCC camp that Ravi's class was attending, Jessie exclaimed, "What a heavy downpour! It reminds me of my home in Kerala. You should come and see how it pours and pours and pours over the lush green fields and coconut plantations." Hira from Jaisalmer exclaimed, "We get no rains, we see only kicker and sand as far as the eyes can see, but you also find camels," said Ravi. Here, two different environment children, they gathered and they went to NCC camp here. So one person belongs to Kerala, another person belongs to Jaisalmer. Here the child who belongs to Kerala, they observe very beautiful environment in their surroundings with coconut trees and heavy downpour water and beautiful plantations. If you come to Hira, Hira belongs to Jaisalmer, but here there is no rains to Hira because it is filled with sand and conquer. So two different, why, what is the reason behind the environment of Kerala and environment of Jaisalmer here? So different people in the same country are getting different natural environment. One is with full of greenery, another one with full of sand and conquer without rainfall. So this all happens due to the environment, ecological imbalance. In one word we call it, because in Kerala we got sufficient rains. In Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, we are not getting proper rains. So that because of this, different people they experience different climatical conditions. In one word, ecosystem is the basic functional unit of ecology. The term ecosystem coined from a Greek word meaning study of home. Ecosystem is nothing but study of home, ecology. So here if you observe the definition, a group of organisms, it may include humans, birds, animal species, and water interacting among themselves and with environment is known as ecosystem. So we all together interacting with ourselves we call as along with the environment we call as ecosystem. Ecosystem is nothing but, once again children, a group of organisms interacting among themselves and with environment is known as ecosystem. Thus, an ecosystem is a community of different species interacting with one another and with their non-living environment. Here, our community of different species interacting with one another. For example, we interacting with different bird species, animal species, plantation because we depends on them. With other human beings, other living things and other non-living environment too, based on our resources, minerals, non-living things, this land, everything, non-living things. So we depends on living things and non-living things in environment together. We called as ecosystem. And one another and with their non-living environment exchanging energy and matter. So we depends on each other so that it is ecological balanced environment. For example, animals cannot synthesize their food directly but depend on the plants either directly or indirectly. We the humans too. We depends on other animals and plants for our food. We are dependents, interdependence. It is most important thing in this environment. Hira says, not just camels. If you visit our desert, you will see snakes, lizards, and many insects too. Ravi wondered, why do the animals, the vegetation, and the way people live vary from place to place? Are they all related to each other? Yes. So here in desert, Hera observes snakes, lizards, and many insects too. Even animals also. So if you observe some, even these animals' vegetation is differ from place to place based on the environment, based on the climatical conditions, based on the rainfall and physiographic features of particular place influence the flora and fauna. Because in some places we didn't observe dogs. In our southern state we observe. In the same way, some different types of animals like tigers, leopards, and some other only we observed in forest area, that too in West Bengal, not observed in our southern states because based on the physiographic features of particular place and environment. And here, oh yes, very much so, the teacher replied. All plants, animals, and human beings depend on their immediate surroundings. Often they are also interdependent on each other. This relation between the living organisms as well as the relation between the organisms and their surroundings form an ecosystem. See, look carefully children here once again. Often they are also interdependent on each other. We depend on plants, we cultivate our plants, and different animals depends on plants. We are the humans sometimes depends on animals too. So all these things, living beings and non-living beings, interdependent each other. So that there could be an ecosystem of large rainforest, grassland, desert, mountains, lake, river, ocean, and even a small pond. Do you think the park in which Ravi and his friends played formed an ecosystem? See here, this is our life cycle ecosystem services which we need, which made by humans, which made by natural environment. Look the picture here carefully, children. So these are supporting, these are provisioning, these are regulating our life, these influenced our cultural activities too. What is that one is nothing but our ecosystem services. So here we have data here. Here plants prepare their food using photosynthesis. Here water we depends on food, seafood, and here medicine we prepared from our environment. Here raw material for our goods and food flood control by our natural environment, climatical regulations, cleaning water and air. These are regulating our life. And here pollination, education, recreation, spirituality, so which gives a better mental health to the people. And aesthetics, soil formation due to the worms. This is what we call as biodiversity. Look the picture carefully. These all together influence our ecosystem. So that we are the humans main playing main role to protect our environment ecological balance. This is our natural ecosystem, beautiful environment created by nature. As a part of our environment, we are celebrating every year on June 5th as World Environment Day to protect our beautiful environment because it is very mandatory to protect our environment. Without any concern, without any initiation, we are unable to control our pollution. So that our government decided to celebrate World Environment Day. World Environment Day is celebrated on 5th June every year and is the United Nations Organization UNO, the principal vehicle for increasing awareness and action for the protection of the environment. It was held in 1974 and it has been a flagship campaign for raising awareness on environmental issues, mainly focused on marine pollution and overpopulation, global warming, and the importance of the sustainable consumption and wildlife crime. So we are the people are main cause to endanger of wildlife for their skin, for their valuable nails, and for tusk. Everything we are using as a luxurious object. This World Environment Day has grown to become a global platform for public outreach with participation from over 143 countries annually. So, as a part of environment protection, the members of United Nations Organization, countries like India, Russia, America, Sri Lanka, Australia, nearly 143 countries they participated and celebrating this day, Environmental Day, on 5th June of every year. Each year, this World Environment Day has provided a new theme that major corporations like NGOs, our communities, governments, and all celebrities worldwide adopt to advocate environmental causes. Theme. So each and every year they given one theme. Based on that theme, they focused on environment protection. This World Environment Day was established 1972 by United Nations on the first day of Stockholm Conference on the Human Environment, resulting from discussions on the integration of human interaction and the environment. 2 years later, in 1974, the first World was held with the theme Only One Earth, because no other planets have life, water, air. We have only one planet that has life, that is nothing but our Earth. Even though wet celebrations have been held annually since 1974. So first it was started in the year 1974. From 1974 onwards, continuously every year on June 5th, we got one theme from United Nations organization. Even in 1987, the idea for rotating the center of these activities through selecting different host countries began. So first they started only from United Nations organization. After that, in 1987, so one year, one country, they take the partnership and they start the environment activity. So the theme for 2020 this year was time for nature. It is time to protect our nature, is nothing but time to protect our nature, and was hosted in Colombia in partnership with Germany. Colombia is one of the largest mega diverse countries in the world and holds close at 10% of the planet's biodiversity that located only in Colombia. So Colombia hosted this year with the help of Germany. The theme of this year is time for nature. Since it is a part of the Amazon rainforest, Colombia ranks first in bird and orchid species diversity and in second in plants, butterflies, freshwater fish, and amphibians. So because of these diverse flora and fauna, this year the hosting opportunity given to Colombia. And I'm going to discuss with you about 2019 theme also here. 2019 theme was here, beat air pollution. Beat air pollution. Why? Why we have to beat air pollution here? Because the major problem nowadays it is air pollution. We have to avoid air pollution for fresh breath. Almost all the respiratory problems occurs due to the air pollution only. The host nation was China. So the theme was here chosen as air pollution kills about 7 people annually. 7 million people died due to the air pollution every year. So in the Reunion Island, Miss Earth 2018, Nguyen Phuong Con from Vietnam delivered her speech during the World Environment Day with the theme How to Fight Global Warming in 2019. And coming to India, India also take the place in the year 2018. So the theme of that year is Beat Plastic Pollution. Beat Plastic Pollution in 2018. The host nation was India. By choosing this theme, it is hoped that people may strive to change their everyday lives to reduce the heavy burden of plastic pollution. People should be free from the over reliance on single use or disposables as they have severe environmental consequences. We should liberate our natural places, our wildlife, and our own health from plastic. So that the Indian government pledged to eliminate all single use of plastic in India by 2022. So in that part now we are using recycling. So we have to use that plastic also by doing recycling. So one plastic we are not throwing outside for one use, we are using multiple times by recycling the plastic so that we can avoid the more use of plastic. So the theme of 2018 was beat plastic pollution. The host nation was our India. About barter system, look at the textbook if you have. What is meant by barter system? This is our early type of trade exchange. Barter system. The system of exchange where goods or services are directly exchanged for other goods or services without saying a medium of exchange. Here, medium of exchange means currency, money. Such as money known as the barter system, this system existed in olden times. In the olden times, people lived in a village life and has less needs so that they carried out agricultural exchange and exchange of goods and service which was sufficient for their livelihood. For example, a farmer cultivating wheat would keep a part of wheat sufficient for his family and would exchange the remaining to get rice, clothes, shoes or other items of his need. Nowadays, if you want to purchase any rice, clothes or shoes or any other item, what we are giving to others? Money, currency. That is medium of exchange. But in olden days, before these coins, before this currency, the people are using products only. Exchange product with product or exchange service with product, exchange service with service without using any currency means a medium of exchange. So if the teachers also use it to get food in exchange for knowledge and the artist would be patronized for their entertaining art. They perform their art so they will get some rice or paddy or clothes whatever they need from the other side. Here no need of using any currency, but it has some negative impact, some disadvantages also. Because if some person wheat, at the another person they have goat. So with the exchange a small quantity of rice with goat, it is not possible. So he have to search the person whomever they are in need. So it is difficult to find out the person. Double coincidence of wants, what we call as double coincidence of wants. So same person we have to check out whomever they need the same product. So it is the main disadvantages of barter system. So if you look at the picture here, there is no money. I can trade 10 hours of plumbing per month if you supply me with 2 liters of milk per day. So he will give his service for 1 month that included 10 hours of plumbing work. Instead of that, she have to supply 2 liters milk per day. So here service exchange with product. Exchange goods and services with goods and services in one word we call as barter system. Next subtopic, human environment. What is the difference between natural environment and human environment? So, as I explained earlier, natural environment is made by nature or by God, and here human environment is made by humans. So, what are the places Present, you are looking about our constructions or refrigerators or air conditioners, mobiles, books, everything which surrounds us, we called as human environment, the human made objects. So human beings interact with the environment on day-to-day basis and modify it according to their needs. Due to modernization, our needs grow. We adopted different new technology and we adopted different methods and flexible luxurious lives and so on. So to achieve these all the things, this human being created his own environment. Humans learned how to grow crops and create a system wherein transaction like take place. For example, barter system, as I explained before, exchanging goods and services with goods and services. So trade activities, imports and exports, and commerce, trade activities only. So these all the things takes place because of our needs. We need different objects to utilize. So in that process, day to day, we invented new technology and which caused to global pollution, global warming. Now, due to the this online system, so now all entire world, every human being comes under one umbrella, what we call as a global technology. From home, we order different food products or things, objects, whatever we need. Is correct. Yes, and it causes to radiation. Because of radiation, different birds, different species, they lost their life. In one word. And furthermore, we gather things as per demands. For example, to construct building, what we need raw materials, we need iron, we need cement, we need rocks, wood, everything. So where we are getting these all the things means we may look to nature. We can get rocks and from the mountains and wood from the cutting down trees, and cement made with different natural minerals. Yes or no? So we extracted these whatever the things we need from the nature only. When the population increases, automatically it causes to exploitation of natural resources. What we have to adapt? We have to adapt sustainable development. Sustainable, we have to take care about our future generation also. It is very very important nowadays. So this is our minimum responsibility to take care about our environment. This is human environment. Here humans learn how to grow crops, how to domesticate animals, and lead to a settled life. The wheel was invented, surplus food was produced, barter system emerged, trade started, and commerce developed. So industrial revolution enabled large-scale production. Transportation became faster. Earlier we have bullock carts, now we have aeroplanes. Industries, big industries emerged, causes to global warming. And information revolution made communication easier and speedy across the world due to our internet facilities. Have you ever thought why you love eating a juicy watermelon in summer and hot roasted peanuts in winter? Due to the temperature. Yes or no? For hot summer, a cool watermelon gives some happiness. And for winter, chill winter, the hot roasted peanuts gives us some warmthness. Means food, whatever the food we are eating also depends upon our climatical conditions. There is no doubt at all. So that a perfect diet we are intaking to maintain our body temperature. Yes, so that in the same way, a perfect balance is necessary between the natural and human environment. Humans must learn to live and use their environment in a harmonious way. Here I am going to give one more small example. Nori, a girl from Mizoram. As you know, where is Mizoram? It is most of hilly places. And Ravi class often talks about the lush green surroundings of her place. Seeing Ravi upset at having lost playground, because in our first day we discussed about Ravi who lost his playground to play. Noori invited him to visit her homestay during the coming vacation. Ravi's teacher asked the student to draw the landscape, houses, activities of the people and places they visit during their holidays. So here different people gathered and different people are living in different places and environment, so that one environment is not able to stretch all over the nation. So based on the landforms, based on the climatical conditions, the food habits of the people also depends, and their festivals also. Here what we have to observe very carefully, the first thing we have to protect our environment. It is very most important thing to us. See children, here in first picture I show you a beautiful environment before human interaction. You see here our environment after the modern period. Today, this is our environment. Smoke delivered by industries. And here you observe that burning forest area due to the global warming, and smoke and sound pollution, light pollution delivered by human activities. And here in this picture you observe that smoke delivered by our vehicles. You just imagine the most beautiful environment completely destroyed due to the human activities, nothing but human activities. You just observe how ridiculous it is. We are the people who invented technology, also caused to environment pollution, degradation of environment, imbalanced ecological system. Understood children clearly? So that it is our responsibility to protect our environment. This is our ancient environment. So our ancestors, so how the people are living, how these people depends on nature. Understood? Now we depends on nature, but we fully destroyed our natural environment, and it is a human technology great threat to environment now. Let us give back to future generation what they deserve. That is nothing but clean and healthy environment. This is the clean and healthy environment, the gift which need to present to our future generations. For that purpose, what we have to do? Let us do this. What is this? Plant more trees. What is this? Plant more trees. Nothing else we can forward to our future generation, because it is a great wealth than our physical wealth. Good health, good environment is a gift to our future generations, so that don't use pesticide or chemicals beyond the limits. Okay, so that children, I hope everyone understood the value and importance of our environment. Try to plant more trees in your surroundings. At least occasionally on your birthdays, any celebration occasion in your home or any other functions, you try to donate plants to others, to your school, on the occasion of your birthdays, celebrations, everything. It is a cost of 20 rupees, but it is a great cost of our health. Home students, after this, in your textbook part, you have some questions. Try to answer those questions. If you are unable to understand, ask me. I will clarify your doubts. But carefully write your classwork by your own by reading textbook itself. Don't refer any uh, online answers. Try to write your own notes first. If you have any doubt, ask.